Later that game, I go in for it's like a 42-yard field goal, my first field goal ever in a game. So that 2012 season, they gave me a couple of extra points, in garbage time. And so this is my first ever 3-point try at home. Like I kickers don't get subbed in the middle of the game. Like, what is this? And I make it. It's like 4th and 6. I make the kick, going just absolutely berserk. However, there was a flag.
Oh, hell no.
Defense was offsides. So now it's 4th and 1.
Oh, they can probably go for it.
We got Johnny. We got Mike Evans. We got like all these cats. Like, we're going to get a yard. So they take the points off the board, accept the penalty. Johnny does a QB sneak up the middle and gets stuffed.
Oh.
Turnover on downs.
What?
Took the points off the board. I was like, what is this? And I think I had another maybe 40-yard kick a little bit later that game. I made it. And then for the rest of the 2013 season, I was battling for my job every week in practice. It was a battle every week. Going into the bowl game, I didn't do kickoffs because they told me that I think they had to justify. And Taylor had such a strong leg. He was kicking it out of the back of the end zone every time. They said he didn't lose his job as the kickoff guy. He lost his job as the field goal kicker. So we switched off. And then that 2014 year, they put me on scholarship. We start the year away to South Carolina. I think it was on a Thursday night. We were the very first college football game of the year. And we were battling in warm-ups.
In warm-ups?
In warm-ups. Maybe they knew who the kicker was going to be, but they didn't tell us. Like, I think we were dead even with warm-ups. They're like, hey, Josh was a starter. He ended the previous year as a starter, so we're going to give it to him. And I started the rest of my senior year. I didn't have a lot of kicks. I mean, in 24.
That was Johnny's last year, right?
Johnny's last year was 13.
13, right? And this is 14?
This is now 14.
Okay.
We have.
Who's the quarterback in 14?
We didn't have Kyler Murray yet.
Yeah, I remember he was.
Tall, thin, blonde dude. Ended up playing in Carolina for a little bit. Transferred out when Kyler Murray got there. I forget his name. So I didn't have a lot of kicks throughout my, a little bit more than season and a half playing. And then end of the season comes around. We're in bowl prep. And I get an email from the NFLPA, Players Association, that I got invited to their collegiate, senior bowl.
Oh.
And I showed it to my special teams coordinator. I said, is this a joke? Is this a crank call? I was getting ready to accept a position at this winery in California that was going to offer me a job. And he's like, oh, no, that's real. And you need to accept it right now. And then after the bowl game, the very next day, I get an email, Josh, you've been invited to the NFL Combine. I'm like,
What the hell?
are y'all drunk? What? I get an opportunity to go to the Combine. I have a pro day with the Chargers. And I fell through the draft. I was desperately hoping to be drafted because then I'm like, I could say, I've been drafted in 2 sports.
Yeah,
Very few people can say that, right?
That would have been sick, yeah.
Ended up falling through the draft for a couple different reasons. The Chargers was going to be the best opportunity for me to win a job or minimally to get film.
Appreciate you guys listening in and tuning in. Make sure you subscribe to all our platforms, Instagram, YouTube, TikTok, Facebook. Click that button in and get back to us, all right? Appreciate you guys.